New Light in Christ, Apostle Mark. A religious mindset. A religious mindset is thinking in a box. Well, I could only get paid if I have a job. It's a religious mindset. I could only have money if I'm around this person. This person is my money system for my whole life, and I'll follow them everywhere they go. Religious mindset. I'll wait for something, for some money, to start a ministry. Or I'll wait for a certain amount of money to do a certain thing. That's not how God works. He can work that way, but what you're doing is you're putting God in a box. Most of the time you got to step out and do the small things. Then bam, God does the big things. He puts his super on our natural. Well, I can only meet a wife on Christian.com. It's the only way I can meet a wife. You are putting God in a box. Believers are putting God in a box in their mind. Well, the only way I could have church is like this. This is a religious mindset. You think God works only one certain way. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. That might have been good for a babe or somebody who just got clean and they need to work because they're bored out their mind. What do you do when you're Joseph and you're being buried in the pit? Is it time to get a job? Is it time to get a job if you're in prison and you're serving the Lord? Is it time to get a job when you're David killing Goliath? Believers have such a religious mind. Yes, there are times when you get a job, when it's spirit-led and the Lord is calling you. But there might be a time to sit in a cave for a season. It might be time to sit in a furnace for a season. It might be a time when you're in the lion's den for a season. So a religious mindset is thinking that there's one certain way to do things all the time. And that is not from the Lord. And when you put the Lord in a box in your mind, you're giving him no room to operate. Well, there's only one way that you start a business. No, there's multi ways. There's multi ways to find a wife. I can only find a wife through my church. Well, you just put God in a box. There's only one way to read your word. There's only one way to study. There's only one way to pray. A religious mindset puts the Lord in a box in their mind and does not give the Lord any room to work. His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. The Lord is not religious. He wants to blow our mind sometimes. He wants to blow our mind. He does not want us thinking in the box. To be great, you must think outside of the box. To think in the box, you are religious. There's only a few ways to serve the Lord. There's only a certain way to serve the Lord. It's a new light in Christ. The Lord wants you to expand your mind, expand your heart, and do not have a religious mindset. Christ cares.